Hi, this is Joe from 13 Top Tricks, and we have part 3, lesson 1, practice hands, taste a bridge. Here we go. North is our dealer, and North has 13 points, 5 hearts, 4 diamonds. They're going to start with 1 heart. Pass. South. South has what? Well, they have an opening hand, don't they? They've got a pretty good hand. They have, let's see, 3 points, 3 points at 6, 7 points there, 8, 10, 14. So they know that they want to go to game somewhere. Now, they only have 2 hearts, so they don't know if they have a heart fit. Partners only promised 5. They don't want to bid 3 no trump yet. And they don't want to bid 2 over 1. Because they've got a 4-card spade suit. We're going to bid 1 spade first. We're going to check and see, hey, partner, do you happen to have a 4-card spade suit? Because they could. They don't. Now, how do we respond to our partner? Well, one of the things we look at is, do we have a 6th heart? No. We don't have spade support for sure. They've only promised us 4 spades. We only have 2, so that's no good. Is our hand balanced? No. Well, we've got a 4-card diamond suit. Let's go ahead and show it. So I showed partner that I have hearts and that I have diamonds. Now they look down at their hand and they're trying to think, what game should we try for? Well, hearts is out because partner doesn't have 6 hearts. They didn't support our spades, so spades are out. So we've eliminated our major suit games right now. So we have to think about no trump. Well, if partner's got diamonds and hearts, I have spades, and do I have clubs stopped? Yes. So I think the right thing to do is to bid 3 no trump at this point. Seems like it's the right place to be. And we end up as 3 no trump in the south. Now, what should we lead as west? Well, one of the strategies that you might employ is to lead a suit that has not yet been bid by the opponents. It may be their weak spot, and it also happens to be our longest suit, and we're going to lead 4th best. Against no trump, we tend to lead 4th best from our longest best suit. Now, against no trump, it's okay to lead low from a suit that contains an ace. All right. So looking at this hand, I have 1 winning spade and 1 winning heart and 1 winning diamond. Okay? That's only 3 tricks. I need to develop 6 tricks. There's a lot of work that needs to be done on this. Now, the clubs. The clubs are going to develop an extra 2 tricks for us because we have the king, the queen, the jack, and the 10. Once the ace is out, we'll have 2 tricks. Now, we managed to take the first trick in clubs. We don't want to play the clubs. Clubs is their suit, okay? Eventually, they will play the clubs, and they will give us 1 trick through promotion as they try and develop their tricks in clubs. But for now, we're going to leave that suit alone. We have work to do. We need to try some finesses. So looking at the spade suit, I have a finesse I can try. I can lead low toward the ace, queen, jack, and I hope the king is over in the east, and then I'd be able to pick up 3 tricks total in the suit. Hearts. I'm missing the king, but I have the jack, the 10, and the queen. I can try and finesse the hearts. I hope West has the king. Diamonds. I'm just missing the king. I can hope West has the king and finesse diamonds by playing the queen. So I have a lot of finesses to try. Well, which one should I try? Well, because I decided to take the first trick in the dummy, I suppose I should try the spades. Now, when they play a spade from dummy, the second hand should usually play low. We don't want to waste the king. I don't know what's going to happen in the south hand. I don't know what they have. The hand is hidden from me. They're going to try the queen, and it wins. Now that we're in our hand, we need to try a finesse from this side. Well, I'm going to play the jack of hearts. This is called high card from the short side. The opponent looks at the dummy, and they're like, well, wait a minute. They played the jack. They've got the ace and the queen. I think if I play the king, I'm just helping them. So I'm just going to play low. Let them have their finesse. They're going to try it again, and I'm still going to play low. They can't repeat the finesse. They don't know that I'm down to one card in the suit. So they've tried the heart finesse and it worked. Well, might as well try the diamond finesse and see what happens. So it goes queen. Now they put in the jack. Now they're going to probably cover. I don't know. They're kind of in a bad situation. The finesse has worked. Now, I've run 2 rounds of hearts already. So there are 8 gone. 9, 10, 11. Well, there's 2 left. What if they're 1-1? Aha! My heart's actually set up. They happen to break 3-3 today. That's a good day. Well, I don't need this diamond. This heart's good. Let's see. I guess I can dump a club. Now they're going to play off our remaining diamond. That sets up our diamonds. I don't even need this club. I'm pretty sure the finesse is going to work because it worked once. And I actually made some over tricks here. Okay. Now, the defense could have taken their ace of clubs. That would have, stopped me from getting that trick. I wouldn't have made everything. But they were playing it defensively. They were hoping to score some additional tricks, and they didn't want to cash that ace of clubs right away. Okay, hand number 2. East is our dealer. They only have 6 points. They're going to pass. South, 3 points. They pass. We come to the West player, and they pick up a big hand. They have 20 high card points. They've got 5 hearts and 5 clubs. So they have a max. So they're going to just open a heart and see what happens. North. North doesn't have enough to bid. They pass. Now, we have at least 6 points. So we must bid. What are we going to bid? Can we support their hearts? No, we only have 2. Do we have a 4-card spade suit? No, we only have 3, so we can't bid 1 spade. We cannot bid 2 diamonds. 2 diamonds is 2 over 1, game forcing, 13 points. We don't have that. Of course we don't have that. We passed. Partner knows we don't have an opening hand. We're going to bid 1 no. Now, with a second suit of at least 4 cards and 19 to 21 points, we do a strong jump shift. We jump to 3 clubs on this one. That shows an unbalanced hand that's 19 to 21. Remember, strong jump shifts are game forcing. If I had bid two clubs, it's not forcing, it's 12 to 18 points. But three clubs is 100% forcing to game. Well, which game should we take? We don't have a major fit. Partner has hearts and clubs. We have some spades and diamonds. We should bid 3-0. And that's where we're going to play it. So, opening lead. South player, we're going to make a fourth best lead from our longest and strongest suit, generally. But here's the thing about this. One of the principles that we learned earlier is if the opponents don't bid the major, then perhaps they do not have the major. Okay, so keep that in mind. Your opponents haven't bid the spades. They might not have the spades. It could be our best suit. I'm going to lead, in this case, fourth best from the unbid major. This is often a profitable lead against no trump. The lead comes off and we need to count our tricks. We need to count our tricks. So, how many winning spades do we have? Well, we have ace and king, so that's 2. How many winning hearts? Ace and king, so we're up to 4 winners. How many winning clubs do we have? Well, we've got ace, king, queen, and the jack. That's 4 winners. So we're up to 8. That's pretty good. We need to develop one more winner. It looks like the clubs are our longest suit. It looks like a good place to look for that winner. I'm going to develop the club suit. If the 10 falls, then I will make an extra trick in clubs. That's trick number 9. Okay? So, a couple of bad things could happen. The clubs could break badly. If they break 4-1, I'll be fine because I've got the top 4 cards. If they break 5-0, I would have a problem. 5-0 is an unlikely break. We're going to play a spade, a little one, and see what happens. The north hand, third hand, generally plays the highest card they have in order to help establish the suit. We're going to take our king. Now, we're going to play the high card in the club suit from the short side. And that's so we don't accidentally block ourselves in the wrong hand. So we're going to play the jack of clubs first. And look, the 10 was nice enough to come out. And they didn't break 5-0. So now I know I can win the club suit. So I'm going to play off my clubs. And okay. I've got one more club to play off here, and I suppose they're going to release a spade. I guess I'll play a spade. And they release another diamond. Now, we're in the dummy, and why not play around with the hearts? I'm going to leave that ace of spades right where it is. I'm counting the hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hearts are gone. I've got 3 in the dummy. That's 11. Maybe the suit breaks. If it does, then I might be able to pick up some extra hearts. Look at that. The suit broke for me. The 10 and the 5 are the last two hearts. They're good. Now, the south player realizes that those hearts are good. So they're not going to play a spade because a spade would put me in the dummy and allow me to cash those hearts. They're going to play a diamond. Okay? They're going to play a diamond and hope that it's right on their turn here. So they're going to play the diamond, and then they're going to cash the king. And now we're just going to throw off one of these hearts. I know it's a winner, but I'm not throwing away the ace of spades. I didn't get to enjoy that second heart, but I do get to enjoy the 10. Okay, so I actually made one extra trick on this one. Okay, I actually made one extra trick. Okay, hand number 3. South. They have 16 highs and a 6-card spade suit medium hand. I'm going to open a spade. North. What do they have? They've got 9 points. They have to bid. They don't have 3-card spade support. So what can we do? Well, we can just bid 1 no. We have a medium hand with 6 spades. We jump to 3 spades. This is a jump rebid, 16 to 18 points, and at least 6 spades. Now, what does North know? North knows they have a spade fit. Yes, spade fit. We've got 2. Partner promised me 6. They also promised me 16 to 18 points. That puts us right in the game range. So I know I'm going to be in game because of my points, and I know I want to be in spades because partner promised 6 and I have 2. Okay? It's just that easy. Now, we play 4 spades. The West player is on lead. Ace from Ace King is a nice strong lead. Okay? When you play the ace, you're showing the king. Okay? We leave the top of touching honors, the top of touching big cards. So, looking at our hands, what is the situation? We're going to count our losers. Boy, I hate that club lead as the declarer. I hate it. Why? Because I've got 3 losing clubs. They can take the ace, the king, and the queen, and there's nothing I can do about it. Not one thing, if they cash them. Okay, so I've got 3 losers in clubs. I have no losing diamonds. I have no losing spades. I've got the jack, the ace, the king, the queen, the 10. I've got 8 of them. Even if they were to break 5-0, I can pick the suit up. Okay, hearts. 1 losing heart. I'm missing the king. I have to do something about that. What can I do about it? Well, ace queen opposite 2 small is a classic finessing position. What's the definition of a finesse? It's an attempt to win a trick with a card that isn't high. The card that's not high is the queen. I'm hoping the queen will win. Under what circumstances might the queen win? Well, if I play the ace and the king is sitting in somebody's hand as a singleton, then the queen would win. But let's pause for a second and think about that. That's pretty unlikely, right? I only have 6 cards in the suit. There are 7 missing. In order for that play to work, the king would have to be a singleton in one hand, and the other player would have to have 6 cards. This is an extremely unlikely lay of the cards. It would be a miracle if that worked. The other possibility is if you play a low heart toward ace queen and the king rests in the west hand, then the queen will score. And I'll show you how in a second. What are the odds that West has the king of hearts? 50-50. That's a lot better chance than playing the ace of hearts and just hoping a miracle happens. Now we're going to start playing our clubs. Now it's very important we taught you about defensive signaling. How do we show partner we have a good card for them in clubs? Low means like. We play upside down attitude. The 3 would tell your partner that you like the club suit. And you do. You've got the queen for them. You want to tell partner that, hey, I've got a good card here. They will then continue playing the king. And now they know you have the queen. They'll go ahead and play the deuce. All right. So we've won the queen of clubs in the east hand now. And now we have to decide what to do next. Well, we look at the dummy, and leading a heart into that dummy looks like a really bad idea because I'm giving them a free finesse. Playing a spade, I don't think that's a great idea. If we're going to win a spade, we'll win a spade. I look at the weakness in dummy in diamonds, and I think to myself, well, if partner might have that king of diamonds, this might work. So I try a diamond because I think it's safe. They take the ace, and now all we have to do is try our finesse and hearts. But first I want to draw the trump. I don't want them to ruff anything unexpectedly. High card from the short side, I want to play the jack. Now I'm going to play the 3, take the ace. I've taken out 8 trump now. There's only 1 left outside of my control. I'm going to take it. The trump are gone. I now try my heart finesse. The way that we execute a finesse is we have to lead low toward the card we hope to win with. I hope the queen is a winner. I'm going to lead the 5 of hearts toward it. What is West to do? West knows I'm trying a finesse. They know that they're holding the king. They know it's going to work. They're just going to play small and hope that you go up with the ace. But you're too smart for that. You're going to try your finesse. You're going to try the queen. You hold your breath and hope the king is not in the east hand because the contract depends on it. Woo! It worked. The queen holds. I now have no more losers. The ace of hearts is a winner. The king of diamonds is a winner. And then I've got nothing but trumps. The rest of the tricks are mine. There's nothing they can do to stop me. Making my 10 tricks. Okay, hand number 4. West is the dealer. 6 high card points, they pass. North, not quite enough to open. They're going to pass. 11's not enough. We come to the East player. They picked up a pretty nice hand. 16 high card points, 5 hearts, 4 spades. They're going to open 1 heart. South passes. Now, what do we respond to 1 heart? We have 6 points, so we must respond. First thing we think about, well, do we have 3 hearts? No. So we're not raising hearts, sorry. What about the other major? Do we have 4 spades? Yes. Can we mention them? Yes, we can. We're going to bid 1 spade. 1 spade as a response shows 4 or more spades and 6 or more points. In this particular case, our hand is as minimum as it can be. I have no extras. Now what? Do we have 4 card support for partner spades? Yes. So we can raise their spades. Now, This wasn't covered in the lesson, but for those students who were really sharp and are really picking up the patterns, you're going to figure out what to do with this. And our next lesson is going to have a lot more of this type of material when we talk about minor suit openings. We have a medium hand with spades. We can clarify our spade fit and our points at the same time. So a raise to 2 spades would say I have a minimum hand with 4 spades, 13 to 15. A raise of 3 spades would say I have a medium hand with 4 spades. That's what I have. If I had 19 to 21 points with 4 spades, I would bid 4 spades. That's to show a maximum hand. So in this situation, I've got 3 different bids that all show, partner, I've got a spade fit, but they show minimum, medium, which is what I have, and maximum levels of points. So I got to tell partner 2 things with 1 bid. I've got a medium hand and I fit with them in spades. How do they feel about this medium hand? They're going to decline the invitation to game. If I've got 16 to 18 and they only have 6 points, that's a part score. We've got no more than 24 in the partnership maximum. I'm going to pass and hope I can make 9 tricks. North is the leader. North is going to lead the king of clubs, top of 2 touching high cards. Okay. I have work to do. I'm going to count my losers in the west hand. Where are the losers at? Well, I've got 2 losing clubs. Once the ace is taken, I've got 2 little ones. What can I do about that? Well, after losing another club, I could trump one in the dummy. Okay, that's a plan to get rid of 1 club loser. Diamonds, I've got 3 diamond losers. I can trump them in the dummy. At least one or 2 of them. Hearts, I'm missing the ace and the queen. I've got finesses I can try. Okay. Spades, I'm missing the queen. I could try a finesse, but here's the thing. Finesses are 50-50. Trumping in the dummy is going to get me an extra trick. If I use the spades to draw the trump and then try finesse, then I might run out of spades in the dummy to trump things with. So I think my plan maybe should be to cross rough this hand, to start roughing. So I'm going to take the ace and I'm going to set my cross rough up. Now, when you see the declarer trying to set a cross rough up, I like to thwart their plans. I like to thwart their plans and try and draw the trump for them. That way I cut down on their ability to trump their losers in the dummy. All right. Now, what are they going to do here? They might play a little guy. And I'm going to save the queen to cover the jack. I'm going to just try the 9 and see what happens. And they take their ace. At this point, they're going to play a club so that they can trump it. Now I'm going to set up perhaps another cross rough. Again, they see that I'm up to no good here, and they're going to draw my trump out. Okay, now I have a decision. I guess I'll try the finesse. It's not going to work. and they take their queen. All right. Well, I see that they've tried to set up this cross ruff, and I'm going to just stick them in the dummy. So now they've stuck themselves in the dummy. I suppose we'll just play off a heart. We're not going to take the bait. We're not going to grab the ace. The defense is now in, and now they have somewhat of a problem. North-South has already taken 4 tricks. They play a club. I didn't like that. I had to rough it if I wanted to retain the trick, and now I'm in trouble. I play off a heart. I can try another finesse, but the queen is gone, so the only one out there is the ace. There's not really a finesse to try. They take their heart. Now they play a diamond. Oops. Sorry, I should cover that with the queen. So we went down a couple tricks on this hand. Is it possible to make it? Probably. If you try the hearts earlier, you might make it. But it's a good thing we weren't any higher. If you've got good defense on this hand and you draw their trump for them, it makes it very difficult for them to make it. All right. That's it for today. Thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you next time.